John from JO Ventures Outdoors, and today I wanted to do a video on the jackknives from my collection. And the term jackknife has been used as an overarching term, even for knives that don't have a particular name. And according to knifecollector.net, and I'll put that link in the description down below, there are several patterns that could fall within this overarching pattern called a jackknife. They even list lockbacks and liner locks and trappers and folding hunters and physicians and melon tester and peanut and canoes and easy openers and sunfish and electrician. The toothpicks are listed in here, muskrat, barlow, and many others. So it seems to be used as an overarching term. The term jackknife is thought to have come or been named after Jacques de Liège, and he was a French knife maker who was thought to have invented the first backspring assembly. And so today it is used to describe the term jackknife is used to describe several different types of knives, and but most commonly, and probably the simplest definition of a jackknife, and you may call this a simple jackknife or a standard jackknife, I should say, is a knife that has a blade or blades hinged only from one end. And sometimes there's a double-ended jackknife, which is heavier and has at least one blade that opens at each end, but is a heavier knife. So overarching term, jackknife. Well, I have a few here from my collection that I think are true jackknives or standard jackknives. And the first one is a case, and this was my grandfather's, and it is actually a 9-dot case from 1971, and it's a jackknife. It's got two blades hinged at one end, carbon steel, which I forced the patina on with apple cider vinegar just to protect the knife. You can see it's got this nice blade here, Delrin handles. Very beautiful knife, I think. And so that's one example of a jackknife. The other one that's been in videos before, this is my Case Texas Jack, and it actually has the 2017 Ting stamp on it, chrome vanadium steel. It's got two blades hinged at one end, that blade, and this kind of Warncliffe looking blade, and there's the model number in USA and all that. Beautiful bone handle there. And then the next one was also my grandfather's. This is a Ka-Bar model 1005 USA. It's well worn, as you can see. He used this quite a bit, kind of sort of like a Barlow type pattern, and the stains here where he cut his chewing tobacco. One of my most favorite knives in my collection, carbon steel, Ka-Bar 1005. The next one is actually a Sears knife, and you can see there the Sears model number. It is a jackknife, hinged at two blades, hinged at one end. You can see this emblem here on the knife. I believe that's an eagle with a ribbon or something like that. And so yeah, it's kind of rare not to see a knife made by Sears like this. This is an older knife, I believe, and it's thought from the reading I did that in the videos I've watched, and I may put a link to the one video that I found on a similar model to this, is that these knives were actually made by Camillus. Sears didn't make their own knives. It's thought that Camillus probably made those knives for it, and it's because of the knife pole here and the swedge in the blade. So, Sears jackknife. So, also, according to the definition, even though this is a Barlow pattern, this would be considered a jackknife because it's hinged, two blades hinged at one end. This is an Imperial Barlow from Ireland, and it was meant to be a working man's inexpensive knife, but still very capable. And so that's another example of a Barlow. So last time, my last video was about, or 2 videos ago, I guess, was actually about penknives. And penknives were knives that opened at both ends. But as you read the definition for my reference, it says that some people think that, like a canoe, which has this buck canoe, hinges at both ends, but could be considered a jackknife. And so it just depends on who you talk to. So this could be considered a jackknife or possibly a penknife. So, but this is a China-made buck canoe, but and I think the number is 389, buck 389. But I still love it. I think it's great. And canoe pattern, but could be considered a jackknife by some. So I wouldn't mind hearing about your favorite jackknives from your collection, either if you're a YouTuber from a video or in the comments section. Thank you for watching.